Hey guys, welcome back to ShowVLOX, and again today, so I'm going to be showing you just before and a little bit of the room to which I'm going to be changing and converting this whole room into my studio, game room, studio slash game room slash office, all in one. Not that big. It's probably it's 5.5 feet by 7, actually 5 feet by 10 inches by 7 feet and 10 inches. So it gives you a rough estimate of how big the room is. It's not that big, it's not that, huge, but I do have some stuff that I'm gonna put in here and it's gonna fit just right. I have the sizes, I have the measurements. I'm gonna show you guys after it's done, and I'm just gonna show you some steps along the way of what I'm doing and what I'm, how I'm changing. All right, so let me just show you around the room real quick. So here we go. We have first of all, this whole wall right here is actually gonna be one color. I'm gonna change this one color, and this is gonna be white. The ceiling is gonna be white. Change the light if you can see the light. And this wall is gonna be white as well. I have an outlet down here because this room actually used to be so if you see that right there, that's little scrapes from the wall, because what I did was it had glue on it because it had wallpaper. So what I did was I saw a video that my wife showed me, and they use like detergent with mixed with diluted with some water, and you just spray it on, leave it for a little bit, and then you scrape it off, and the glue kind of comes off a lot faster, which it feels a lot smoother. So you got some rough edges some places, but it's not that bad. And what I would do is just feel the spots and the edges and just kind of scrape it a little. See if you see how it comes off. And it feels a lot smoother. So that way the paint is not like sticking out and it looks like a rigid ceiling paint. So you go, just scrape some spots. Now what I'm gonna do after that, which I did already, I'm actually gonna patch some spots. I got some scrapes here, some nail holes up here, nail holes here, some corners and stuff like that. So what I am going to be using is this product right here, which is really great. It's called Patch and Paint. It's like compound and plaster, but it's a lot lighter, and you just pretty much spackle it onto the spots and the areas that you think you might need it, and just let it dry. It dries pretty much like in 30-40 minutes, and then that's it. Once it dries, then I'm just gonna, if it needs a little bit sand, you can't sand it too much because it's very light, and then you could just make indents. I'll just sand it really lightly because it makes it like moist, and just let it sit there. After you sand it, wipe it down and just let it sit, let it harden, let it sit there. And then after probably an hour or so later, you can paint. I would paint, and it'll be a lot better. And the wall will be like it's brand new and clean and stuff like that. But I gotta clean all this up. I have carpet on the floor, if you see right here, but I'm gonna shampoo the carpet, clean the carpet. I'm gonna clean the carpet, shampoo the carpet, paint over the door again. Probably change this door handle. I don't like gold, looks ugly. Probably change that to maybe a black or dark color, like a bronze, which is nice. I got dimmers here, which is pretty cool. I have a dimmer light, which is awesome. And then I have this other switch right here, which kind of gives it settings, which is pretty cool. Gives it settings like certain, like brightnesses and stuff like that, which is like a dim, and then this brightness, then brighter, less brighter, whatever. And then I have this, you could just push it in and turn. You could push it in and turn it on, turn it off, push it in and turn it off, stuff like that. Then I could just use the dimmer alone, which is pretty awesome. And I did change to have some boxes and a whole bunch of stuff in the room. But if you look at this outlet, I changed this outlet to have 2 AC plug and ground outlets with USB A connectors, which is pretty cool. And then I have another one down here on the floor, which this house is a little bit old. So a lot of the stuff here are old. So what I did was, it had an old outlet down here. I just changed all that and added one and made it, that one actually, since it's on the floor, I got a water resistant outlet. It's a water resistant outlet, and it's a water resistant outlet, and it's a tamper. So it's tamper proof and water resistant. So that's the reason why I got that, because it's on the floor. I'm not really gonna be plugging a lot of stuff in and out of it. I'm just gonna have probably a surge protector strip, and then I'll have some plugs. I have some stuff connected to there and stuff like that. So I think that's why I wanted to get it like that and have that, which will be a lot better and easier and safer, right? So let me just bring this a little closer, right? So again, this is the room. It's not too big. Actually, if you give you a bit of an idea, I'm touching one wall with my finger here, and I can take a step to the side and touch the other side here. So this is how big my room is, but it's not that bad. I'm gonna, so this wall right here, this whole wall is gonna be one color, right? I'm gonna fix the moldings, the trims. What I'm gonna do is paint this. I'm gonna have my Elgato green screen hanging so I can pull down whenever I want. I have soundproof square foam things, noise dampeners that I'm just gonna put probably in random places. I have some hexagon lights I'm gonna put up on the side. I have an L-shaped table I'm gonna put over here on this side. So it's gonna look really nice. I'm gonna show you guys how it's gonna look. It's gonna look awesome. And I hope you guys, sorry I haven't been making videos. I've been trying to, make videos and stuff like this, but I haven't really had a place to work. And it's really inconvenient when you really don't have a place to work, and it's hard, it's really hard because, you want a system set up, right? I'm more of a convenience guy. Like I like a system set up. So if I had a system to where or a place to where I can go, just sit down and start doing my stuff, record my videos, press play or move a camera here, move it there, press or record, start recording, do my videos, it'll be great and convenient for me, because then now all I have to do is pretty much edit, right? All right, so again, I know I said that I was gonna show you guys a little bit, of me, what I'm doing. So here we go. I'm gonna just show you guys a little bit of what I need to do and what I'm doing to fix the room up, right? So I have a step stool right here. This is the step stool. Put the step stool right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spackle some of the edges and stuff like that, just to give you guys an idea of what I'm doing. Actually going on from the beginning. Let me just move the camera a bit, move it a little bit back so you can see, get a better picture. Okay, so this is, I'm using this one, the same thing, patch and paint, right? So I'm just gonna put on the edges, put in the spots. I'm just gonna show you a little bit of what I'm doing, right? So I don't know if you can see, but right here in the corner, there's like some, let me put it on this side actually. See if you can see on this side. So once I come up here, you got this spider web. So up here in the corner, we got a little, seems like the edge, the corner edging for what you use for a compound and plaster is kind of peeling. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take some here, take some of this, right? This doesn't seem like it's fairly good, but it's probably a little bit, not old, but kind of jacked up. So I'm gonna just put a little on there like that, right? Make sure it's on there. It's very lightweight. It's not like compound or plaster or anything like that, but I'm just gonna add some to the edge, so that way the edge is really clean and I don't have jacked up edging, There we go. Just a little bit to edge corners to the corner so we could clean that up. You know, nothing too crazy. Just let that dry up. All right, make sure it's straight. There we go. Make sure it's straight. Same thing here. Actually, I should use the big one. I should use this big one actually because it's a lot better. Like I said, this thing is very light. It's like featherweight and it just falls like paper. So let me get some of this that just fell. So let me just see if I can use this instead, which is better. Actually, let me use this big one right here. Okay. So I'm going to use this one and use the big one, which is better because I cover more ground. It looks better. See? I'm just getting in the corner and I'm just applying a little pressure, squeezing it really nice. Now I'm going to get on the other side. Do the same thing for the other side. I want to patch up this corner. That's pretty much it. Give you a little bit closer look. Okay, so this is what we got right here. And this is what you want, guys. You want a lot close, nice, right? So if you can see, that's how the edges look instead of the corners. But after I kind of do it, you see how it'll look. Let me see if I could kind of get like a zoom so you can see on how some of it is being done, right? So let's see this real quick. Let me see. Okay, so right here, if you look in, right, look into, can I zoom in? I should be able to zoom in. Huh. Can't zoom in. I know I should be able to zoom in. There we go. Let's zoom into that bad boy right there, which is very important. So you see how that looks? That looks all cracked. That's kind of cracked right there and stuff like that. But after I put the stuff on, it'll kind of seal. That's what you want. Right. It doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to put a lot. You don't have to put a whole bunch. Just enough to get into those corners and kind of seal those edges. All right. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna show you this right here. This corner, you just put that big chunk right there. It's all you need to do, right there. Kind of do that, right? And just spread it. I'm gonna spread it on both sides so it kind of gives it that, you know, 90-degree elbow. See that? Kind of seals all that stuff in there. There we go. Yeah, it looks a lot better now, right? A lot better now. A lot better. Let me do the same thing for up here, just right above it. And that's what I'm doing up here. Just take that, do the same thing, spread that out, both sides. Put this right there. Here we go. This is gonna spread out. this little piece right here. Put that right in the corner. There we go. There we go. And that looks a lot better than the stuff that was kind of sticking out and stuff like that. Alright. That's pretty much it. Actually, alright. And that's pretty much it. So, again, I will continue to show you guys what I'm talking about and what I'm doing. If you follow me, stay tuned and continue to watch ShowVLOX. Hey, alright, so here we are again trying to paint. What I'm doing actually right now, I'm just painting, and I'm actually using like an 18-inch roller so that way I can finish and paint the room fast. But what I'm doing is, if you see this side and this side, they look a little different. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint it all white and then just this one wall gray. I'm gonna show you this wall in a second, but I'm just gonna kind of show you exactly what I'm doing right down here. And if you kind of take a look here, I'll turn the camera around so you can see and kind of take a look at what I'm doing, right? That's the wall over here. I'm not gonna paint the whole wall because I'm gonna paint that gray. So I'm kind of just patching the spots to where I painted, and not painted, I'm just patching the spots where I did on the wall that I put the patch and paint. So I kind of, you know, patch the areas with a little compound or spackle, and I'm just painting it over a little with white so that way it could kind of cover those gray areas and stuff like that. Even though the gray is gonna cover it, but I'm just trying to cover it and make it look clean and nice. And this is actually a big bucket paint I'm using right here, and I'm using this big bucket to use with the roller because the roller is like an 18-inch and it's really big. I'm just gonna go over it like this, and it's better and it's a lot easier because I can paint the whole wall a lot faster. I mean, I can be done in like, forget it, like 30 minutes, you know, painting or doing one coat if I decide to do another coat, you know. So this is what I'm doing, painting this like this, giving it a nice coat. I might do another coat because it's not, I see kind of like some blotches. And this roller is actually pretty good, but I recommend if you decide to use a big roller, use a little bit of a coarser, finer roller compared to this one, because this one's a little thicker and it consumes a lot of paint, holds a lot of paint, which kind of sucks because you're kind of rubbing the paint into the wall and stuff like that, and then you get like those white spots and stuff. I recommend a little bit finer. Try to get one less thick of hairs or bristle, so that way when you're painting, you get a nice spread on the paint. Alright, so that's what I'm doing, but this one is a little bit thick, so, which is not too bad, but I cover more of a area though with this brush. I can actually leave it just one coat. If you can see, I can leave it one coat, but I'm actually gonna do 2 coats. That way it has a nice color and stuff like that. And it's nice and white and it pops. Especially makes that gray pop. I want that gray to pop. That's what I'm hoping for. White already, but let me show you guys. Let me give you a bit close up right here. So if you look at this, I don't know if you can see it, kind of how it looks right there, right? Compared to painting smooth with a regular roller. You see, you have a regular roller, you don't get that. You just get that smooth paint with a smaller roller or a finer bristle where it's a little bit more smoother. Compared to this, when you got thick bristles, it makes like those, you know, blotches and stuff like that. Alright? And that's the walls that I'm painting. Here's the patches to what I'm showing you. So that's some patches and stuff like that. The gray, you see the gray up there? I'm gonna use brushes on that, so I don't have to use the rollers and stuff like that on that. But I covered the patches and stuff like that I did on the walls. I was gonna paint it, but then I stopped and I said, why should I paint it when I'm gonna paint the whole thing gray? Doesn't make sense. I'm just actually wasting paint. So I decided to stop and just do the gray areas and stuff like that, which is a lot better. All right, and then that's it. I'm just painting that, and then I'm gonna paint the whole thing. Then I'm gonna paint this gray. This is gonna be gray, this is gonna be white, this wall's gonna be white, ceiling's gonna be white, and this is gonna be white as well. And this is gonna be gray. So, and the trimmings, all the trimmings and stuff like that around is gonna be white. This is the only wall that's gonna be kind of like an accent wall. It's gonna pop, which I like. I have a vent down here, which I don't know why. It's kind of creepy. Don't know why there's a vent. What comes through there? Could be the heat. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I painted around it, and I'm just gonna cover it back up. You know. So that's pretty much it. All right. So continue to watch, because I'm gonna show you more what I'm gonna be doing to this room. All right. So here we are again, and if you see that I have some white spots and stuff like that, so I already painted the whole room white. I kind of did put some compound and spackled some spots that was like kind of chipped and broken and messed up. I also you know, painted everything, cleaned it up. I sanded some spots after it dried. I obviously painted after I did all that, and I covered it. And what I did, this isn't primer, but this is the white that I'm painting the other wall. So what I did on some of the spots that I kind of spackled and put the compound, I sanded very lightly and just kind of smoothed it out, because I use like a passion paint. You don't really need to sand it, but I like to do a little light, so that way it has that smooth background and smooth wall, so that way it's not bumpy or leaves any lines or cracks or anything like that when it dries. So I did that, and what I did was I just painted a little, kind of just one coat over it, so that way it covers that and you don't see it once I go over gray. Even though I didn't need to do that, I could have just painted the gray that I'm about to paint it. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna paint this wall the gray, and I want you guys to see. I have my little handy, I love this stick. If you don't have one, I recommend you get one. This right here is like a retractable for like whenever you're using the roller, you can extend it and stuff like that. I actually have another one that you press a button here and it extends on both sides, so it goes out this way and goes out that way, which is kind of cool. And it's handy because when it's for those hard to reach places like the ceiling or big areas and stuff like that. This is really small. I don't need to extend it. I can just use it here, but I'm gonna actually just leave it like this, so that way I can you know, use it. All right, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna open the can. If you want to see, I'm gonna show you how it looks and look outstanding, right? So here we go. I'm gonna show you guys the paint that I'm gonna be painting and mixing. So here it is right here. This is the paint, and this is the mix. Hold on, let me show you. Try to zoom in real quick. Zoom. Zoom. Okay, cool. Got close up on that, buddy. Right? Let's go a little bit back, right? Right there's perfect. So I have my handy dandy paint roller, and this bad boy right here I also love. If you don't have one, it's always good to have one handy. They always give one at they have it in the paint shops, Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff like that. When you go get paint, they have it. So I love these things. These things are amazing. You can use it as actually like a can opener as well, which is pretty cool. Use like a can opener and you can open paint. So this is actually what it's for. Just go like this around. Use the paint. Boop, 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 boop. Over, boop, 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 boop. Let's see, now I'm seeing this gray for the first time. I saw this gray actually online, and we That was horrible. Okay. So we don't want that to get inside, right? Put that over there. Put that on the side. Got some paint on my finger. So now let's get inside and mix this. Now I had this paint actually sitting here for a little bit. Looks kind of ugly looking. Ugh. Looks kind of nasty. Well, hopefully it looks better on the wall. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be mixing this and stuff like that. So you wanna mix it until you got that good smooth texture. I don't know what's that gook and that stuff on the side, but I hope it doesn't get inside my paint. So here we go. Before you start mixing it really good and fast, you want to make sure that you get it a good mix, right? All the way down in there. Get a good mix. Oh man, it's actually like spilling all over the place. It's a little thick in some places, but you want to make sure you get a good mix. Alright, so mix it around. They actually use like the machine to mix it. I don't know if you ever saw the machine. It's like a huge machine that just shakes everything. But this is, oh man, there's still water. I don't know where's that water coming from. Still water like on the top. Huh. Oh man, and it has that plastic that's kind of sticking out. That's ugly. Alright, let's just hope that doesn't mess up my stuff, man. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna actually move it over. I'm gonna move the camera over and show you that I'm gonna pour it into the paint pan, which is right over here. All right. So that's the paint pan, right? That's the paint pan right there. I'll show you how it looks after I pour it. So this is it right here. I'm gonna put this here real quick. Then I'm actually gonna pour some. So you see it right there. Take this bad boy and rub it off on the side. Alright. Rub it right here. Try to get it off with the bucket as well. Got a lot of paint on the bucket. I'm trying to clean it off the bucket so that way it's not there. Oh man, it kind of doesn't leak or spill all over the place, you know. Alright. So, if you see, that's the paint. Alright, now we're gonna start to paint the wall. I'm gonna show you the paint and how it looks. Alright. Let me zoom back out. I'm gonna zoom all the way out. Let's zoom this bad boy out. Let's go over here. I'm gonna put you back in place so that way you can see how it looks. That's my ceiling. Alright. Move it back. And let's see how it looks. Once I paint, this is the brush, the roller, this is the paint. I'm hoping it comes out good. I really didn't, I saw it look good online. You know, a lot of paints look good online until you actually put it on the wall and stuff. So I'm just hoping it dries kind of better. You know, looks kind of good. I don't know. Let's see how this looks. Let's see how this looks once I paint. Alright, it's looking okay. It's looking okay. It's looking alright. Again, it looks one way when you put it on, but let's see how it looks when you when it dries. Now I'm just putting it on in just a small patch so you can see. But here we go. I want to get the roller. I want to get the roller actually nice and moist on all the sides, so that way it can start rolling good. Because once you first initially put it, if you saw that it was like white spots and stuff like that, that's because the roll is not fully condensed or drenched in the paint. So that way you got a good roll. But once you got a good roll, you want to try to, you got to be careful because this is a dark color. So I'm actually painting like a pure white. I'm painting next to a pure white. So this is a dark color. So if you mess up, that pure white is going to definitely show whatever you messed up. So you just want to be real careful. And you should take your time. This isn't really a big wall or anything like that. So it's a small wall. If it was a big wall, then I would be like, you know, it's a big wall and stuff. So, but this is a small wall. I don't really have much to worry about. But again, you gotta take your time. See, I got a little on the top up there. If you see it, see that? That's what you don't want. See that up there? There's a little bit on the ceiling up there. So let me see if I could try to kind of rub that off with a little paper or something like that. Have a little bit of paper. So let's see if I could take that paper off. Take the paint off with a little paper. I don't want that to sit or stay. So let's try to. No, that's not coming off. That's not coming off. Maybe if I wet it. Let me see if I wet it. Try to wet it real quick. No, it's coming off very little. I'm gonna have spots like that. I'm not worried about it. That's fine. Came off a lot. I'm happy about it. I just gotta be careful again painting it because again, that's a dark color. So that being said, it being a dark color, you want to be careful. You know. So I'm just gonna take my time. Make sure I paint it. All right. Color actually looks really nice. Yeah, it looks really nice. I like it. Oh yeah, I like it. Oh yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm trying to get as close as I can to the wall because now when I do the sides and I do the trim, the corners, it's gonna be a lot harder. So want to make sure, even though it's going to stand out and stuff like that because it's a dark color, but I know if I get it as close as I can, I don't have to worry so much about and it has a funny smell. This definitely has a funny smell, this paint. Funny smell. And I like how it's covering the white. If you see, it's covering the white really well. So I don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna extend this just a little bit. So I don't have to stand so close to it. All right, so here we go. I actually need some more paint, but let me just put this bad boy here. All right. Oh wow, it looks nice. It actually looks nice. Looks really good. Oh yeah, I like that. That's a nice color. Oh yeah. And I like that it's so dark that you don't have to put so much effort into putting a lot of paint. I probably don't have to go, you know, numerous times. I could give it a nice thick coat the first time since it's a dark color, you know. Since it's a dark color, all you gotta do is just give it a nice dark, give it one nice thick coat the first time, and that's it. right? So there's 2 ways you can do it. You can actually just go around the trims with the brush, do the trims first, and then boom, throw the paint. I like to do the paint roll first and then go around the trims and then do the trims nice. I mean, you can do it either or, it doesn't matter. Some people have their own ways of doing it. As long as you get it done, right? And it's to what you like, right? To what you like. Not what I like, to what you like. As long as you like it, that's all that counts. Because I'm not gonna be in the room. You're gonna be in the room. Paint on your hands. Alright? Now, I don't even know if this is a semi-gloss or a flat. Is this a flat? I honestly don't even know. Honestly don't even know. Let me extend this again. Yeah, oh yeah, that's going on there, nice. That's going on there, really nice. You want to get as close as you can. That scares me every time I do that. I think 1 coat will be good. I don't think I need to do 2 coats. And it's interior flat, medium base. Right, 1400. Legendary Gray, people, Legendary Gray. I kind of like the name, Legendary Gray, and the color's actually looking nice. So I'm actually satisfied with this color, and I kind of like it. Hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. See if I can finish this real quick. There we go. So that's it. I'm pretty much painting the gray now. That's about it, guys. Once I'm done, I'm going to show you how the room looks after. Continue to watch it and follow this whole video. I'm going to show you the transformation from beginning to end of this room, my studio slash office slash game room. All right, continue to watch. Stay tuned. Peace.